Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. I want to check something quickly. I don't know. I don't know what things I've gotten, what things I don't have. But we're going to start today's part off with a little bit of reading. Helping get the dungeon in order. Gallantly to our rescue. Owain and them lot would still be stuck stilling Blightwater over a Bonner. Don't get your knickers in a knot. Should I come knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres, ash, and whatnot? Okay. She's thanking me on their behalf. Needs crack, but one man can do it. Yep, already done. I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast, where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for a baby, but I suppose it's up to us not to make certain the little one gets it. Oh, is she dead? Did she die giving birth or something? What the fuck happened? Here you go, Oscar. What's up?
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers.
It's true.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see them after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar.
That's good.
But my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Rebuild her home.
Thank you.
Get out of here, Oscar. You stupid shit. Do you actually have to talk to people for quests? That's what I'm wondering.
You don't know what you're
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
I know about that.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it.
Yep.
It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
Then Mid's gonna come in. But what about my wings? And we're gonna be like, what? What are you talking about? And she's gonna be like, guys, I found something.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
There's no way we don't have a Final Fantasy game without an airship, man. Don't even pretend like it's gonna happen.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back, and has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I hope she understands.
Huh. I'm going to assume we're fine and keep going. I'm going to trust in the game. Because this is the name of the last quest, I think, back to their origins. But I'm assuming it's multi-stepped and multifaceted.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a lot of side quests.
Better make sure it.
Cat in a mood. Poor Hound spends all of his time laid on the rear deck, whimpering like Gav in his cups.
What is it this time, Torgal?
We'll be sure to do all of the side quests. I think that means this is going to be mainly side quests this episode, if not all of them. To add your burdens, I would ask you aid in a personal matter. There exists ancient text, endures to modern thought. Deemed a crime, it was a chance encounter with one such tomb from a distance. Scholastic curiosity, which burns to this very day. Should you seek further incentive? Sure.
Something tells me this isn't...
So, I was thinking about our plans. So right now, we got a little bit interesting. We got some heavy movement options with some Giga Flare. We obviously got the Lightning Rod. I'm going to see what I want to stick with. But I was thinking about swapping things up quite a bit. I was thinking about... Was it dropping Bahamut for Blind Justice, I think? I think it was. That way I get access to Judgment Bolt again. And then using some more of these, I think. Feeling like Gungnir and then Heaven's Cloud. We'll see. We'll get into a fight first before I start moving and playing around with all my different things there. Uncle, what do you have for me, Byron? Ree's company.
Hi. Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in.
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control.
I guess not,
Alas,
buddy.
it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. that he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be.
That's the...
I'll leave for Randalar at 1. Would you send us?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the...
Excellent.
No.
Okay, Three's company. There we go. Would you look at that? Still can't make you yet, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Say what you will. Lady Karen.
I'm assuming most of these last quests are going to be... all the last hunts that we can do are going to be side quest related. So there's no hunts right now, but as we pick up more and more side quests, it's going to unlock a bunch of hunts. Like, Torgal's going to be a hunt-based one, I bet. We're going to have to fight, like, a big boy wolf or something, I bet. Let's see what you got for us, Torgi.
Something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Where to, then?
I will follow you, Torgal, once I accept some more quests. Give me a minute there, buddy. Then we'll be on our way. Oh, we got to continue the kid side quest?
What do you think happened to Miss Middledole? I heard...
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledole. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Middeldole's invention. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Middledole back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that. She's in her dad.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning.
Thank you, kids. Aiming high. Is that in reference to a flying ship, maybe? perhaps? Is there going to be like a true ending you can get by helping her complete an airship or something?
Ned, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them, but not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil. And not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for
Okay,
Ordil.
okay. I see how it
See if I
is.
can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
This is the library. I didn't realize that there was a library up here, huh? I didn't realize this place was up here, I'll be
I
honest.
will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Curse Breakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory, or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured. Sid.
You were a good but the fact remains that Ash...
Sid.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. I'll go to Badbach.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plain.
All right. I'll see what...
May the mothers guide.
Litany of Errors. Cool. Where to next? This seems like a job for teleportation. Gotta teleport back to the hideaway, so. Joshua, side quest. What do you got for us, brother?
Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's... not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will. Or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
All right, then. We'll be sure to do that as soon as I talk to the rest of the people in the town.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery?
All right, then.
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port is older then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Oh, there's going to be a bunch of new places we get to check out. Is that what's happening? Do we get to go to a bunch of new places? I feel like that's what's happening. We're going to get to explore like different areas. You, my good friend, what would you have for me? Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter and something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Walud, I can't let those bearers die in their cells.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. But we travel together, and we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. The thought of him held captive.
He must be very important.
He was.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit walls. Just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Dor.
Okay, so I think obviously in terms of, you know, urgency, we should probably go to Ash first.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that. Which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' testing?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in...
No time like the
No time like the present.
All right, then. We got lots of stuff to do. Fun, fun,
Northreach.
fun.
I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, but don't expect to make quick work of the bastard.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there we go. Then I believe that's one of the hunts. One of the endgame hunts. Fuck me, man.
Vivian, and I'll be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
For this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Wow, there's a lot to do. God, we spent 30 minutes just talking to fucking people. That's insane. There we go. Okay. I want to see how much I like this new setup.
There's something about
I'm curious to see if Heatwave's any fun. That's really the only reason I have for changing my toolkit, my wheelhouse, you know?
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed, one whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always, but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known, or so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend, well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned, but though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay...
Okay. Side quest be damned. We are finished talking to people. God damn it. Let's get to Ash and start doing some things, shall we? Ravenwit Walls.
Come on.
Okay, so we just go up the stairway and then to the right.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Fuck off, bitch. We want to go this way. Got a lich, huh?
Nice try.
And get you immediately staggered again. So Heat Wave is pretty good. It recharges very quickly. The question is Gungnir. I forget what the thing is. Cool. So let's find out what happens when I Gungnir these guys. I want to see. So it's important to note that this guy charges quicker when you eat an ability. Okay, I wonder if maybe we do Heaven's Cloud then instead. Could be good. We'll see. Doris, my friend. Let's make for the gate, I guess? I don't know. See what we fight.
None manning the gates. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be...
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Locked up tight.
So I guess we have to follow what's her face then? How does that work? What the fuck? How does that... Interesting. Okay. So that's what it's for. Okay. Cool.
So this place, and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
So in that case, I think I'd rather go, instead of Gungnir, I'd rather go with Heaven's Cloud. Because that one is a little bit more usable. The Kuza is long recognized as an especially aggressive species. Has long been recognized. Okay. Battlefield might be means of inflicting heavy casualties. Suppose that the bear captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus. The beasts are driven to the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with the minimal loss of Waloot or lives.
Minimal loss of Waloot or lives. Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Interesting. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bears assigned to fight beside it in the mock battle conducted as part of the training. Further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way. While his behavior is unexpected, is not unwelcome. Bears are no longer of use for training purposes, cannot be repurposed as required.
They were feeding bears. Nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Caution, brother.
All right then.
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and bearers die every day in service of their masters, but pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death, and not just those who could fight, but and those who wouldn't, or couldn't.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monster.
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key.
All right, then. It should
Perhaps
be
it
good
will
for the
fill
door
one of the doors
downstairs.
downstairs. Finish up here.
All right.
The Jowler's key, huh? Ooh, I probably could get that, actually, if I drop, like, Heaven's Cloud. But in which case, I mean, this would just be better to get with that. Ooh, so close. But no cigar, eh? Yeah, this setup uses basically every inch of a AB that I got, so... I ain't got nothing left to give, really. Let's see. Might be able to make this work. I think I will be able to with Lightning Rod and Gungnir. We'll see, though. Got a lot of side quests ahead of us.
Let's see what we can find down here. A survivor. She sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. but I'd rather we didn't linger.
Ready when you poor thing.
Did Jadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it. He must have sent you. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Chadwick.
Was that?
What?
We have to get out.
Doris.
All right. You put that bearer-eating...
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live.
So, because we're fighting single target, I say we go down this route of dancing steel. And then heat wave might come in use. We got alts. We only have 3 alts still, unfortunately. I would like a judgment bolt in here. That would make it pretty fun, I think. But how could we go about getting that? I don't think we could. Could we? Judgment Bolt would require us to max out Giga Flare. That way we could swap it off, go over to Ramu, and then unlock this guy, which would just be... Wait, it's just too much. Got a lot of points hold up in different things, man. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of all we can do. Ignition is cheap to upgrade. It's like, that's what I'm thinking, is I'm going to have to go with something that's like, I can unlock and max out easily. Like, Thunderstorm could be good. But I need just a few more points for it, unfortunately. If I dropped Limit Break, switch to just an upgraded Giga Flare, that's a major drop in points. If I dropped Bahamut for this, like, I wouldn't be able to get enough to get Giga Flare, because I'd need 6,000 is what I need. I'd be able to make Lightning Rod cheap. I could put it there, Earth and Fury there. But then I'm still screwed. I just don't have enough points, man. Which sucks. So close, damn. Actually, if I swapped out Shiva for Phoenix, that would save me some points. Because then I wouldn't have to master this. 1, 2, there we go. Now I can use that. That'll save me a little bit. I could also... What? Swap out... trying to see here. I'm at 3K now. Drop this, which is pretty pricey, actually, isn't it? And I have 1,000 points left. Could use on Ignition or Will of Wisps. Oh, I'm so close. There we go. Now we got something completely different than what we've had before. So this is gonna be pretty interesting, I think, to say the least.
Got a taste for bearers.
And what better way to test out a completely like random equip set than with a nice big old King Behemoth? Shall we? Oh, Kuza Beast. Never mind. I thought this was the King Behemoth. I didn't equip any rings for this set of abilities.
I can't let that happen.
$75,000, and I had plenty of space to get more damage in there too if I wanted it. Now, what is my biggest weakness right now? A lack of will damage, which could be solved with Diamond Mist.
Sid,
So,
are you hurt?
we'll see.
I'm fine. What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from...
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her.
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind that.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore, so we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles, and the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris.
If I could get Diamond Dust and what else? Judgment Bolt. Diamond Dust, Judgment Bolts. Now. What do we have here? Alt. 1, 2, 3, 4 ults in total. Wait a minute. Five ults. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 ultimates. 5 ultimates. God damn. 2 of them are unupgraded, unfortunately. But who fucking cares, man? Who cares? That's pretty impressive. Wait a minute. 6K. If I refunded that, I'd get 6K back. I get way more than 6K back. Wow. Okay, well now I want to see how this works out. This is a pretty ridiculous getup where it's literally just all ultimates. King Behemoth now. I don't know where the fuck that guy is, but okay. I'm curious how this getup is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna be all that good, but we'll see. I think my main moves will be Diamond Dust, Lightning Orb, Gungnir spam. Oh. What the fuck? He's right here, huh? Behemoth King. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, how about we end his life, shall we? Sorry. I got my fucking dash on the wrong one. gonna do a second one. Oh, nice try, buddy. Earth and Fury takes forever to charge. That's alright. I didn't say anything there because you guys already know what I have to say. This game is fucking really stupid sometimes, and they've got to fix this stupid ass shit where the enemy for some reason just fucking goes back to its home space and just resets like that. That should not be happening. There's no fucking reason why me taking him like 20 feet away from his spawn should cause him to disappear. It's so stupid. And I hate it. It's not fun. Okay, let's start doing this now. I use my Giga Flare. Duh, I'm an idiot.
That's better. Too slow.
This has got to be stopped. Why is that so long? Dude, they got to fucking change that. That is way too long of an animation. And you should be able to dodge cancel out of it. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. But you should be able to dodge cancel out of that animation. Like, anytime you need to. Ah, I have the wrong fucking one there. Are you kidding me? I meant to use this. I completely fucked up my entire damage thing. I used Giga Flare at the worst possible time. I should have saved my lightning orb as well. I should have been much smarter about that. Should have been diamond dust.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
No, what this should be lightning rod, earth and fury, right? No. Yes. Should be something like this. So I use diamond dust to break, pop down a lightning rod, pop down a Giga Flare. I can use Judgment Bolt, or I can pop over to Gungnir first and use that instead. Regardless, he's dead. Let's go to this village tucked away in the mountains.
Good girl.
Okay, that should be better. I think having Lightning Orb with Gungnir isn't really necessary. With Zentetsuken or whatever, no. The other move that went crazy ape mode on him, it was a little bit more sensible because you want to use those two in tandem, but with that move, it's not necessary. And during stagger moments, I just want to get as much damage off as possible.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
It's a shame Friday's video is so anticlimactic. Tail of the Wyvern, Black of Root, Ladder of Witch, yada yada yada. Great, awesome.
His interests were certainly there.
The Moogle. So, a legend, I quite agree, but every legend has no basis in truth.
Read.
Chapter 16, The Fall of the Bearers. It was a gift from the gods, indeed the title in which those with the gift came to be commonly known is most likely a contraction of Bearer of the Heavenly Blessing, the wording used by the tribunists of the time. Were landed as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. This reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bears themselves. The diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church. While the authorities had for years welcomed bears into positions of power in their own structures of state, they were mistrusting of the organization led by bears for bears. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, evicting adherents from their homes and breaking up meeting by force. Forming a volunteer army to resist this persecution. What begun with bearings with street classes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation, decriming the population, men and bears, both the deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left even lasting mark in the minds of the Vestalian people. Came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realms of this day. Are other than human.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
We're going to get interrupted by a member of the Secluded.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well.
Let's see, shall Nice try.
Was he already dead? Let's Giga Plan with this. Cool. I need to get the upgrades for all these things there. Make them much, much better.
Impressive, but we have other means.
Why do you want it so?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't? Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book. The world is small until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian.
Cool.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
I have to go, what, all the way over here? The Bad Batch Conservatory. Consumed in ether, it seems.
Quiet.
You know what I should do? Is this. That's really good. Actually, along with that should be good. Those are all the alt related ones we have, right? I don't have anything for diamond dust or anything else. Want that cooldown down, cooldown down. Then we also have the Gungnir instead of Dancing Steel, but only because we can't afford Dancing Steel yet. So once we can afford Dancing Steel, we'll use Dancing Steel instead because it's much better at charging up Odin. And we'll be able to become a much more combo heavy attacker. Lightning Rod is our main source of damage, so use Lightning Rod, strike it a bunch of times, hit it with a bunch of different abilities, mainly Odin's abilities, and, you know, get some hits off. I guess actually our main source of damage is just by playing well.
That'll do, girl.
Yeah, you should probably back out of here
This
for
must
now.
be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
We also have Bahamut 2 for damage, and now that I know that I can very easily taunt people into attacking me, it'll make things a lot more simpler for me. The Kingdom of Elude.
Disposed of.
Today's exercise will consist of the press yard, the furnace,
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place.
I recently learned my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training. I subjected them to. I had not so much as a thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile. The smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bear. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them. All those children, so many have died at my hand. I can hear the guilt. I can bear the guilt no longer. Tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and enter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree. Those crooked hands reach the sky in supplication.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with it? His plan? There's only one way to find out.
The real question... No, what? No, items. No loot, huh? Yeah, it seems like Waloed is just kind of like a horrible place.
Forked white tree. This must be the
I
place.
think actually Diamond Dust might be quicker. That time that it takes to get the, what's it called? That final slash off with the Odin sprint attack, I think takes a little bit longer. So.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. This must be the regiment.
Hans 10 years old, lithification. Alfred 9 years old.
So many that this place was asleep. Where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Wrong move. Diamond Dust should kill everyone. Earth and Fury should hit this guy pretty hard. I did very little damage there. Lightning Rod. That's right. That's what that ability is. I thought that was Judgment Bolt. That's right. I got Lightning Rod. Cool. The Kingdom of Waloed is no longer a necessary place for me to go to. We'll do each region, then we'll turn each region in as we finish it, I think, instead of previously where we would do every single quest at once, then talk to everyone back at the hideout. Otherwise, we'll have an episode where we're literally just talking to people for half an hour. Like, we won't be finishing all the side quests this episode, that's for sure, but next episode, maybe.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something, that the truth is just a matter of collective belief, and that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does, but it also means that the truth is not immutable. that it can be changed, provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proved.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you.
I'll try, Vivi.
I'm gonna get the book as a souvenir to go in my room. Oh damn, another hunt now, huh? What's this hunt for? The Wailing Banshee, huh?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Genji gloves, huh? Now let's see if this is worth replacing. What would I replace? This? Oh no, I have more side quests to do now. What the fuck? How did I get more side quests to do? I thought I was completing side quests, you motherfuckers. Are you kidding me? I got more side quests to do now? Oh my fucking god, man. What the fuck? Oh, man, this game's gonna go on to like next week, Wednesday. But that's fine. I'll have to decide if I want to take a quick break from these 2-hour recording sessions or if I want to hop right into
to Ash, Sid. Did
Zelda
you by
or not.
any chance recover the names of my
I did.
If the director was a brutal.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body, or any record of what happened to the children after the...
I pray that at least some of them survive. All their names are here, my friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering, and in the name of those I lost,
neither will I.
These records would have been buried for...
Look at that. We're getting ourselves some ability points, baby. Cool. I don't know if I'd ever consider dropping diamond dust for that, but okay, cool. Oh, dancing steel. There we go. We got our sitch, you know, our grouping. Which means I'd have to get rid of this for dancing steel, I think. But we'll see. Man, it sucks you can only have 3 fucking accessories, man. God, that's rough. You know what sucks? The best weapon in the game is only 10 points better than this. 10 fucking points. And the amount of work I'm going to have to put in to get it is probably going to be insane. Let's be honest. Let's head over to Rosaria. The Alder Hill docks.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Okay, so right now, we're looking for lots of oil. I'm supposed to find, what, 5 things of oil? Two things of oil.
This should be enough.
Hand of the Hyperion. Probably should go down and deal with that, huh? So, the Genji gloves, does that do 5% more attack damage or just 5% more damage? 5%. Okay, that just increases damage dealt to enemies. I think that means it's super fucking good. We'll see, though. I was right. We had to go to a little side area, I think.
It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure. We won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
Oh. Damn. Well, there we go. There's another third quest that's got me to tear up. Sid's background. The wolf's background. The brother-sister quest line.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Please tell me it's a weapon we can actually use that does like 5 damage. Please be a weapon we can actually use. That would be so fun. That'd be really funny if it was like a joke weapon that you could use. But it's like, oh, it'd be like a joke weapon where it has really bad melee damage, but like really good magic damage.
Right.
That would be funny. That's what I want to see.
I think I know where we're going.
That'd be cool if they did.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Cool. Cavalli's Fang +1. That means we can have Torgal do even more damage if we needed to, but I won't. I could do the Hand of the Hyperion, but I don't really want to, I'll be honest. Let's go back to the hideaway, check out what's going on in our study there. Pick up that side quest, I guess. And then we can also go do that hunt, I guess, as well. We'll need to find where that hunt is, actually. We'll have to go back and take a look at the board. What's this next side quest we got? Making amends. Oh, hole again. Okay. Single word of thanks does not nearly suffice. Thanks to you, I regret that I can only fill the gaps in your knowledge, not the holes in your soul. Two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime. You step out from the bloody raging behemoth. If it meant protecting you, you should take it for granted. Making amends.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates.
Okay, then. I guess we better go take a look and see what Hippocrates has to say. God, so many side quests. You know what they say? The game, Final Fantasy, doesn't open up until the final act. This is FF13 all over again. Except this game, they sprinkled out side quests throughout it, and then at the very end, they basically said, hey, Ket, now you can go right to the final boss. Or you could do 10,000 side quests first. It's up to you. You choose.
Lawsman Hippocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, and what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any...
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found.
Well, it can't hurt. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
So back to Waloed we go. All right, then. But before we do, let's go check that hunt. We'll do the hunt first, and I'll go for like, I don't know. If the hunt takes me longer than 5 minutes, then I'm not going to worry about the other side quest. Simple as that. So we'll see. Garnick and Waloed. I don't know where Garnick and Waloot is. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, all hunt locations. Oh, yep, no, that is what it's called. Okay. Cool. Let's go over to Garnick then. Right after we do the side quest, I guess. I was going to go to Garnick first, but side quest, I guess, will come first. Because I can teleport back over the other way, so it'll be fine. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. I got it all planned out.
All right.
Can't believe we haven't gotten to fight Adamantoise yet. You know, like the actual Adamantoise, the one that everyone knows and loves.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
We're about to get a lot of damage off there, I think. We have the ability to get quite a lot of damage, I think, with our build, which is very, very, very good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I think that'll be very fun to see in action. Because that was just with one set of moves. 2, sorry. 3. Although granted, I don't think I needed to use Giga Flare, so I would have been fine without it. But regardless, let's get our asses in gear and get over there. We travel north, no, southwest to Garnick.
All right.
Gizamaluk, also known as the Angel of Death.
Oh, its madness lives on.
133,000 damage, huh? Not bad at all. It's not even the most that we could do. We could get even more damage off if I get better timing with my finishing move on her. Because one of the things that we didn't get there was we didn't get a level 5 1.5 attack on her. Cool. Dead. Nice. Dark Steel, or what are we going to get for this one? Clouded Eye.
Rest in peace.
Nothing special. Who would have thought? Well, that's all of our job in Waloed done again. So I say we go back to the hideaway. We finish this quest up and call it a day. And then I guess next week we'll take on the... hopefully we'll get the rest of the side quest done, or at least one full region again. Hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Because like what, just looking at it right now, it's gonna be side quests. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 side quests. Interesting. Okay, so not that bad then. There's not that many side quests, except for the ones that are in the new areas that we can do now.
The flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
The guy's a pussy. Afraid to talk to another man.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelf. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates? No. I dare not show my face before him, not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more, all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt, but were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him, not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why? These flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to express...
I was about to wait for him to finish that fucking whole ass sentence there with how slow he was talking.
Precisely, it is said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. So consider this, that one day...
Well, when that day comes, thank you, Harpocrates.
There we go. Done. I wasn't listening to all those fucking side quests. This is way too... They speak way too slowly. Way too fucking slowly. You're kidding, right? That's like really, really, really good. That's super fucking good. What the fuck? How long is Gigaflare's cooldown time? Let me just do this. Before we end this part, we're going to do this here. Let's look at all these cooldown times actually for one moment. Well, we're not going to look at them, but I'm going to tell you them. So we got Rising Flame, 20, 30, or 10 seconds if used immediately after being hit. Wait, what? Wow, okay. So regular 30 seconds for this unless you get hit. Or, so this is regular 26 seconds, but if you cancel a projectile, it's 9.5 seconds. Flames of Rebirth, 2 minutes. 26 seconds for Rock's Gambit, or 13 seconds if you count an enemy. Wicked Wheel, 27. Gouge, 30. Okay. Thunderstorm, 110. No, sorry. Aerial Blast. So our first ult, or our second ult, so 110 seconds. This is 2 minutes, 110. Then we got 27, 38. We got 56 seconds. We got Judgment Bolt, which is 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is a total of 90 seconds. Then we got Wind Up, 30, 40, 33, or 16 and a half if you count an enemy. Damn, that's pretty good. Then you got Earth and Fury, which is 2 minutes and 15 seconds, one of the longest cooldown times. Flare Breath, 27. Impulse, 25. 55. Gigaflare, 1 minute or 60 seconds. Which, just to be fair, that 1 minute, so that takes about as long as Lightning Rod to recharge. With this, Gigaflare recharges faster than Lightning Rod, our only regular ability. Flare Breath. Okay, let me go back to Mesmerize. So Mesmerize, 12 seconds. So Mesmerize is actually one of the fastest abilities, it looks like. Ice Age, 15. Also really fucking fast. Rhyme, 20. Diamond Dust is 1 minute and 15 seconds. So that's a very quick one as well. So that's under 2 minutes almost. So Earth and Fury is still the longest one, which is why we got that thing to make it quicker. Now we got Heaven's Cloud, takes 25 seconds. Gungnir, 20. Dancing Steel, 45 seconds. Rift Slip, 15 or 7.5 if used to recover from enemy attack or skill. So that 0.2 seconds is not much at all then. Then Will of the Wisps, 32, and Ignition is 22. Damn. So right now, Gigaflare is like what, 80 something seconds? Gets reduced by 6, 54 seconds. Interesting. So I can reduce this to 60, 54. So like, let's just look at this base. Like we need to reduce this one. Like 13.5 seconds. That is a godsend for Earth and Fury. Like, it brings it down to just over 2 minutes, which is still super fucking long, but more usable than others. Judgment Bolts, the 9 seconds I don't really think is worth it. I don't think the 6 seconds for Bahamut's Mercy is worth it either, I'll be honest. I think something for Lightning Rod cooldown would be better, but even then, that's just a long cooldown in general. So it makes me wonder if that is the ability I should have mastered. Because if I'm using, basically, I have 2 regular abilities. No, I have 1 regular ability. Everything here is technically ultimate, right? It's the most expensive ultimate ability, except for Judgment Bolt. Judgment Bolt is the only one that is not an ult. And I don't think I'd want it to be an ult. I'd probably want it to be something that I can use multiple times. The only thing we have there is like Mesmerize, which is 12 seconds, 15 seconds with Ice Age. I think Heat Wave would be pretty interesting. 9.5 seconds if used to cancel. Heat Wave's a pretty good ability. So I'm wondering if maybe we drop the Lightning Rod. We pop on the Heat Wave max. Okay, and what this allows me to do, if I drop this, we can take a look at some of the things. I could get this, which might make up for the lack of... It won't make up. What am I talking about? It won't make up for the fucking lack of Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod is so fucking good with that move, but it also requires us to use that move. So, which Lightning Rod takes forever to recharge. Longer than it takes for that other move to recharge. So this way we can use it more often. So that 25% might be more worth it. So yeah, and now it's just a matter of, well, what would I want most? The Berserker Ring could be good. Helps me get more damage off, right? If we see what we have here, Judgment Bolt, we could get the cooldown for Judgment Bolt, which could be nice. Talisman of Priming, it could be good, but not necessary, really. Scarlet Cyclone, Swift Shot, Earth and Fury. Again, that could help. It does do 7% more damage, which is quite a bit. But also, like... This is probably our best bet. So that way we can focus on attacking people, and whenever we're about to get hit with a range attack, we can use our
what do you want?
Other ability there. One more Darksteel. Like, I do think personally, Shiva's my mainstay, right? Shiva has my dodge. She has this now. She's going to have our combo opener, right? That's how we open up our attacks. Then we can go into just Giga Flare, Dancing Steel. We don't want to use during a stagger, right? We just want to hit them with this beforehand. This is going to be used to build up the Arms of Darkness. So we do need that gauge going up as much as possible. Earth and Fury. It'd be nice if we could use it twice within a single battle. Probably won't happen, though. The Genji Gloves is just really fucking good. So why wouldn't I use it? But anyways, that's all we're going to do for today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, awesome. And if you didn't, that is fine by me. It seems like somehow Yahoo has taken over my fucking Google page again. I don't know. But regardless, that's all for today. I went for fucking 2.5 hours again. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that. I just sat through. I just finished editing all of the videos for this week today. I went through, I think... Did I go through all? I might have went through almost every single video except for the first one. I did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I think I might have done Tuesday's video today as well. But I edited them all today, and now I'm going to edit this one tomorrow morning, hopefully. We'll see what time I'll wake up at, if it's enough time to edit before I have to go to work. But yeah, I'll have almost all my videos done before Wednesday's even over, hopefully. And then I'll have enough time, hopefully, to record for the week after. We'll see. Anyways, see you guys all next time. Until then, bye.